Hello and welcome back everybody to the IntricateAffect server. This is one Fred Jones, and today we're back over here at the spider spawner, and I thought I'd do a little testing real quick. I took a night vision potion and I put some glass in right here to see if any of these little guys get stuck in this area right here. So let's go ahead and shut the lights off and check it out. Like so. See what happens. My curiosity's getting to me. I'm just curious if we're getting any spiders stuck down in that area right there, like that little guy hanging out right there. This concept completely works off of me being over here, so I better stay over here and see what happens. That guy's still down there, isn't he? Yeah. Let's see if he makes it up. Oh, he's moving around now. Surely he'll come up. And if there's just one guy hanging out down there every so often, I'm not too worried about that. Everybody else seems to be making it up pretty quickly. Okay, now there's two. Now let's go hang out over here for a little bit and see if those other two guys will come up. Let's trap these guys real quick. Okay, they're trapped there. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I think we'll be fine. I think it's going to work really well. And they keep following me back and forth, so. Alright, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clear out this area around here and get all ready to put in our crusher and our timer and all that good stuff. And we'll get this thing built. Alright, I cleared everything out down here and got everything ready to go. As you can see, I replaced all the glass with stone to keep from getting any light into the spawning chamber. And then I also went ahead and laid it out a little bit. Well, not a little bit, I laid it out a lot. I find it easier to go ahead and lay out where all the redstone needs to go before I start recording, because if I'm trying to lay it out and explain how it works and wire it all at the same time, it seems like I just end up confusing the situation. So I went ahead and laid it all out, and I'll go ahead and start up here, start showing you guys what we got going on. But wait, before we do that, so this piston, you guys seen it before. This is the piston we put in to push the mobs up. Now this, we're going to call this the pusher piston from here on out. So this will be the pusher piston, and we put in a piston up here. That's our crusher piston. So the way it'll work is we'll press this button here. The pusher piston will come up, pushing all the mobs up, and then the crusher piston will extend and crush them for, you know, a set amount of time. And then when it retracts, they'll be left a one-hit kill. The pusher piston, though, at that point will still be extended because we want to kill the spiders before it drops back down. So when we're done killing the spiders, then we hit the reset button over here. So let's go ahead and get started wiring this thing up. It's really not too hard. First thing we want to do, though, I'll show you. We've got two RS NOR latches here. There's one right here, and then there's going to be one right here. This one will reset on its own using a timer, and this is the one that's going to control our crusher piston. And this one over here is the one we have to reset manually, and it's going to control our pusher piston. So first thing I want to do is this is the button for the crusher. We'll wire that in. Just run redstone down like so, and then we'll put a repeater. Get my repeaters on the bar. Get everything we need. We're going to need those. Okay. Put a repeater here going into that RS NOR latch, and we're going to put 4 ticks on it. And then we're going to go ahead and set this guy up. So we got torch there, redstone there, torch on this side, and then redstone across the top. So that's one RS NOR latch. Now this is the one that's going to reset on its own, so we got to put in our timer. So basically whenever this torch turns on, it's going to start the timer. timer will run all the way down. I already figured out how many repeaters we need, and it's going to reset it. So we need to get all these on 4 ticks. Connect them in the back over here. Okay, now we need to go ahead and run power over to our crusher piston. Now we need a repeater here because we don't want it linking up with that redstone. Repeater there. Redstone here, redstone, 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 all the way up. Now this is the block that's directly behind our piston, so that's how we're going to power that block, and it'll power our crusher piston. So that side's all wired up. Now we need to wire up this side. So we need a repeater going here so that we don't have any backwards communication. And then we'll go redstone, redstone, torch, redstone, and a torch right there. Then we go ahead and run this over to our pusher piston like that. Now we need a way to manually reset the pusher RS NOR latch. So over here is the other button. See that gray stained clay is what the other button's on. So we'll put a dust there, come down around this direction, run our redstone all the way back this way. We'll go ahead and put in a repeater here, mainly only because this line is longer than 14 blocks, 13 blocks, like so. So we push our button, it's going to set both the latches. Our crusher piston will extend after our pusher piston extends. It'll crush them, and then the crusher piston will retract because this will reset from our timer and allow us to one punch kill the spiders. So let's go test it out. I'm going to go ahead and throw some blocks in here so it looks better. I'm going to get rid of that torch too. Put that in there like so. We'll put a nice little, I'm going to clean all this up. By the end of the episode, we're going to have an enchantment table down, enchantment room down there. We're going to have all this cleaned up and looking nice. That's my plan anyways. So we almost got this thing wired up. Our torch is down there, but that's okay. It'll come up when we push that button. Like so. It's going to be extended for a period of time, and then it'll retract. We can punch them till they're all dead, and then we can reset them. Let more spiders in. A bunch of spiders pile in here. We hit it again. Did I hit it with the wrong button? Or there it goes. A little bit of lag, and we start the whole process all over again. So this block right here, I've decided I want to wire our, go ahead and reset that. I want to wire our on and off switch for the spawner, so let's do that. And I'm going to do this on camera. I'm going to lay it on camera, but I got a good idea how I'm going to do it, so it shouldn't be too confusing. So there is that one. So we can put a block directly below it, like so. And then we'll just stair step it down a little bit. Oops. One right there. We'll step it down again. Main thing with this one is we're going to be careful not to have this line communicate with these other lines. Let's go ahead and bust out some of this cobblestone. Okay, so if we go right now, we won't have any communication, which is good. So if we go over one block, forward, then over one block again, we shouldn't have any communication. So it'll come down here, it'll turn right, and then it'll come this way, and then it'll turn right again. That will keep it from connecting with this line. It'll also keep it from communicating with our piston right there. So we go here, and then we can drop it down, and then let's go ahead and put in smooth stone. Might need a repeater for the length that we're running this thing, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw... Oh, I don't have a repeater on me. It's alright, I'll go get one. Take all that out and let's put in smooth stone bricks. So you can hear all the spiders are spawning in. Kind of plant it this way, that way we can actually kill some spiders with our trap. See, I'm going to run this. I know it's too long. We're going to need a repeater to get it to the right length. And there's a trick. I don't know if you guys know about that, but if you can't reach the top, if you can't get up to the block, like for example, I can't click on the top of this block, but if I click on the block above it with the redstone, it puts dust on there, and then it connects. It's pretty cool. So now that should all be connected, only we need a repeater. So I'm going to run and grab a repeater right quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, I got the repeater. We'll go throw it in real quick. Make sure we don't have any problems. Let's go ahead and put it in right here. I hope that's a good enough spot for it. And then let's throw our lever on our block. Okay. Spiders are coming in like crazy. That's nice. Turn that thing on. Let's see if we get spawning disabled. And we do. Okay, so that's long enough. Runs down here. It doesn't interfere with this line. Oops. And it doesn't interfere with our piston. Perfect. So, cool. Working. Alright, so now let's test this thing. Get all the spiders up close to us. Hit that crusher button. Okay, I think one of them died, so timer might run a little bit longer than it needs to, but they are all one-hit kills, it looks like. Kill all the guys down in here. So they're missing their hitbox or lag or something. And then we can hit the reset button. Let some more in. That's one of our problems that I've found, is that without a water stream pushing them in here, and there's only one or two left, it's hard. They don't want to come all the way over here. So it's really no big deal. There he is. When you're done killing them and you've already shut off the spawners anyways, if there's one guy left back in there, you're not going to worry about it. Chances are you're going to kill these guys, reset it. That will already probably be on, and you'll just go to your enchantment table, enchant whatever you're going to enchant, and be done for the day. So, no big deal. Well, cool. Everything's working pretty well. I hope you guys understand how it works. If you don't, no problem. I plan on doing a tutorial on this. So, I haven't found a tutorial yet with the crusher setup or doing the spiders climbing the walls to get up in here either. So, I'm going to do a tutorial on it, and we'll see how well it does. But anyways, we're going to get back to work. I'm going to go ahead and set this all up for an enchantment room over here, and put in the blocks. I'm going to use this style that we've been using over here already with the gray stained clay, the stone bricks, and the stone, and maybe some stone slabs, wherever, you know, make the staircase out of stone slabs maybe. But I'll get all that done, and then I'll come back and I'll show you guys it all. Let's go check out everything we got done on the spawner. Got our hallway all done. Now these are, of course, our branches. There's going to be a future branch here, here, and here. That's why I left those open. And then the spawners will be in the way for any more, so we're not going to worry about doing any more down here. But this is what it looks like down here. We got the enchantment room mostly done. I'm going to work out the ceiling still. And then I put in one of those auto brew stations like the one I built over at the Blaze spawner. If you didn't see that, go back and check it out. But it's auto brewing instant damage potions for us. So when we clear out this, well, I'm going to go ahead and pull them out just so you guys can see. It automatically starts brewing more instant damage potions. So I put that in here. Got the enchantment room in there. We've got maintenance room right here. You can go in, mess with the redstone if necessary. We can get into the spawner over there. So that's all pretty cool. Then This is our killing room. Got a stairway up to the killing room. Again, I could work out the ceiling some. And I think I'm going to wire it up. We'll put a light right here in the middle and take this one out and probably take that one out. And I'll invert it to where it's dark in here unless that switch is off. When that switch is off, then the light will come on, and you'll know when the light's on, the spawners are spawning. So let me know what you guys think about this little checkered pattern we got going on in here. I think it looks pretty good. I like the slight contrast between the stone and the stone bricks, so I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, other than the ceiling in here and wiring that light and doing the ceiling in here, I think we've got her done. I think I'm going to leave everything else the way it is, put in a floor, and that's it. So I'm pretty proud of that. Working out pretty well. So I think we should go check out the ice machine up top. Oh, let's grab our pickaxe. And then while we're doing that, I can show you. This is how much ice we've gotten from it so far. It's quite a bit of ice. We'll get our silk touch. That's a fortune. There's silk touch. I have to really stay on top of this ice machine because it is making ice like crazy. Another chicken. There's always a chicken over here. Oh, now there's a sheep over here too. Mumpky Boy loves to bring me farm animals. I don't understand it, but he does. Alright. And I still haven't showed you guys the improvements that I've made to this thing either. So, if you'll remember, we had the bud switch tray up there and the big tray down here. So what I did is I moved the big tray up to the same height as the bud switch tray. Just kept them separated by one block. And it's separated by that one block right there, and it's not doing any crazy weird stuff with these other pistons. So that's all we needed was a one block separation, and it's working out pretty well. And not having any goofy things happen, except I had to put in a furnace right there. As most of you know, a furnace cannot be pushed by a piston, so if this thing ever does get completely full and I don't, clear it out, it's not going to cause any problems. I came up here one day, probably, I don't know, a couple days ago, and there was ice all the way out to about here because I'd let this thing fill up. If you let it push out 12 blocks, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it was out to here. If you let it get out to here, then it's going to jam up that one right there. So I threw a furnace in there to keep that from happening again, if I ever do let it get away from me. But for the most part, I just grab my Silk Touch pickaxe and run up here every once in a while and clear out all the ice. So it's working pretty well, doing everything we need it to do. Got more ice than I can use. So, alright guys, well I'm going to pick up all this ice, and that's going to be it. I want to thank you guys for watching, and have a good night.